And now Jalen Rose joins us. Jalen, good to talk to you. 93 million reasons to stay in Indiana. Was there ever a question that you would play elsewhere?
Well, to be honest, there was never a question. It was still a bitter taste in my mouth from losing to the LA Lakers in the NBA Finals. And our city is craving for a championship, and we have the opportunity to do what we feel. And we're re-signing our guys in the offseason to try to make that happen, and I was one of the big guys to make that happen.
Well, speaking of the money, you could have made similar money in Chicago, and you would have been the man in the third largest market. Was that ever an option for you?
Well, it wasn't an option. My heart and head was in Indiana, like I've said all along. I never talked to any other teams. David Fox and SFX did a great job of keeping everything in order. Donnie Walsh and the Pacers, along with the Simons, they stepped up to the plate, and my decision was real easy at that point.
I have to ask this. Is there any reason why guys aren't going to play for Chicago that you know of?
I don't know. Chicago is a great town. It has great NBA history with the championships and the great players that it's produced and whatnot. But I just feel like it's time for a change. Chicago has had their run, and I feel like it's just other teams are stepping up to the plate now.
You talked about all the guys coming back, 6 Pacers free agents. Looks like all of you will return pretty much. Did you get together at any point and make a pact to keep the team intact?
Well, it's hard to make a pact because basketball is business also, and guys are pulling in different directions in the offseason, trying to do what they can from a business standpoint to get the most money they can and get in the best situations they can. And you can't take that personal as a teammate, but we did tell each other that by coming up short, we definitely wanted to be back in that scenario next season. So having everybody back is going to be a big step in the right direction.
So, okay, so you keep everyone, almost everyone, from a conference champion, but Shaquille O'Neal kind of ran the show for the Lakers in the finals against you guys. If Rick Smits does retire because of the foot problem, it could be a huge hole for you in the middle.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big hole without Rick. That's why we're begging him to return. If we can get Rick, if we can get Rick to come back, that's more offensive firepower, and that's somebody that can bring Shaq away from the basket as well as the other centers and continue to knock down the jump shot.
Speaking of other teams, some might say that standing put isn't even enough. The Magic have loaded up with Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. The Heat retooling, getting Eddie Jones and possibly now Brian Grant. And then, of course, the Knicks always seem to find a way into late May.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of teams that's stepping up to the plate. But the thing about being a championship contender is I've always learned by being a fan as well as being a player in the league. I always felt it was a process. I felt like it never is a scenario where you can get a lot of players, have a good year, and be a champion. I feel like you got to get there a couple of times, knock on the door, get sent home a couple of times, and then finally when you get there, try to make it happen. We felt like we got there and we didn't make it happen, so we're going to try to get back and see if we can this time.
It's a nice strategy. Well, Larry Bird, as a coach, meant so much to you, I know, in your development as a star player. What does Isaiah Thomas bring to the Pacers as a coach?
Well, for playing for Larry was a blessing, a huge blessing for me, as well as the rest of my teammates. A lot of people don't realize and remember that the Pacers didn't make the playoffs the season before Larry became our coach. So with that being said, our team turned around tremendously, and we're looking to do the same thing with Isaiah. He's going to be a first-time coach. We're a team that's been to the NBA Finals, and we're a team that understands how to win. Now he just has to harness our talent and try to get us right back there, and we believe that he can.
Not only a first-time, big-time money winner, but also a first-time father, too, right?
Definitely. I had a beautiful baby girl, Mariah Christian Rose, this summer on 7/14. She was 8 pounds, 3 ounces, 21 inches. I got all the numbers. It's been a big summer. I need to be somebody's yearly planner. It's been a great year for myself and my family. The only way I could have planned it a little better if Shaq and Kobe's ring was on my finger.
Well, maybe next year, I guess.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Congratulations on many fronts. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks a lot.